You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. The Venice Sharks Tooth Festival kicking off today with a fishing trip. 40 Special Olympic athletes were paired up with 26 charter boat captains for a day of fishing. ABC7's Christopher Bradley joined them for the 16th annual Special Olympics fishing tourney.
This is one of the biggest days for the Special Olympics athletes. They get to come out here and go fishing, which is something they don't always get to do.
It gives us an opportunity for people like me to just get out into the world and express.
Jonathan Chase is one of the athletes. He loves to fish, but it's not easy because Jonathan is blind.
It's nice to always have somebody like a buddy or a guide to help me because some of the fish can bite.
When Jonathan did reel one in, he asked his boat captain if he could hold it. That way, he could see it through his hands.
It's just another sense that I have, because when one sense goes, you use your other ones more.
Adam Carmona was very proud to have reeled in 6 fish.
I enjoy fishing, and I never get to do it that much, so that's why I try to sign up every year for it.
This is the fishing trip's 16th year. It was started by the Venice Police Department's Captain Paul Joyce.
The huge smiles, that's the biggest thing right there. That is the most enjoyable thing that I get out of it. And the emotion is just incredible.
The emotion could be seen on the faces of all the athletes as they caught fish after fish. One athlete reeling in a large snook. The event has a lot of community support.
When we were asked to participate in this event, it was a no-brainer. We're going to do this, and we're going to continue to do this.
It's that community involvement that makes the event possible. And all the athletes wanted to express their appreciation.
Not everybody gets the privilege to do these kind of things like we do.
And this is one of the biggest years for athletes, 40 athletes and 26 boats. Once all the fish are tallied, they'll all go in for a lunch together. On the Gulf of Mexico, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Christopher, thank you. Great day to be out there. The city of Venice will have to wait a little longer for construction to begin on the downtown portion of its roadway project. That phase of the project includes the area by West Tampa Avenue south to West Miami Avenue and then Harbor Drive to Business 41. The delay comes as a result of the project coming in at about $2.5 million more than what was budgeted. Now changes need to be made for that work to move forward. Originally, work was scheduled to begin this month and then wrap up in the fall. Now it's expected to start in late May or early June. Also in Venice, work will be done on the beach shoreline to make it easier for nesting sea turtles. Experts will be raking the beach to level it off between the South Jetty to South Brohard Park. Leveling is required annually before April 15th to enhance the turtle nesting conditions there on the beach. All right, let's get a check on our beach weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
And the Casey Key beach right now looking pretty good, Scott. We're looking at generally fair skies there right now. You can see sunshine, not too much of a chop out there, so good news for the fishing tournament this morning for the Sarasota Special Olympians out there, and pretty calm conditions. It looks like things will change though once the front moves in Sunday, and it will bring a change for boaters, especially on Monday. Small craft advisories will be issued then. 74 Jacksonville, 79 now in Orlando. It's 80 in Miami and 49 in the dew point temperature in Tallahassee, 53 in Jacksonville. So you can see the dew point still high in Key West, still pretty comfortable here, but these numbers are going to go up. They're going to be into the low 70s by Saturday morning, and that means the warm and muggy conditions will return here fairly quickly. And as far as our forecast goes tonight, we're looking for fair skies and low temperatures pretty close to seasonal averages. Right now, a little bit of shower activity just offshore of Cape Canaveral. Not much going on elsewhere across the state. We'll have the complete details on that cold front headed our way coming up in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Governor Rick Scott on the Suncoast today, already campaigning for the U.S. Senate. The governor spoke at Marine Concepts this morning to supporters. Scott officially kicked off the campaign on Monday. The Republican is taking on the incumbent, U.S. Senator Bill Nelson, a Democrat.
I've been governor for a little over 7 years, and I think one thing I've learned is that if you make real change, the political insiders are mad at you. They said, you know, you really don't fit in here. You know, we're not going to accept you. And I tell people that's right. In Tallahassee, I didn't fit in. All right, because we made big changes. We focused on every family. And now what I'll tell you is, if you send me to Washington, I'm not going to fit in Washington, D.C. either.
Since Governor Scott took office, he claims taxes have been cut by more than $10 billion and businesses have created more than 1.5 million new jobs. during the recovery from the recession. On the other hand, State Representative Margaret Good says Governor Scott is not who Floridians need representing them in Washington.
He has made campaign promises over the years that he has consistently broken. He promised to expand Medicaid, which would have given access to health care to almost 800,000 more Floridians, and then he didn't do it. In his first year in office, he cut K through 12 education spending by $1.3 billion, and he's the quintessential climate change denier.
Good is supporting Florida's current U.S. Senator, Democrat Bill Nelson, in the race. Happening tonight, the grand opening of the newly constructed soccer fields at Eastwood Park in Sarasota. Mayor Shelley Freeland Eddy says the Parks and Recreation staff met with the Eastwood neighborhood last year to talk about ways to activate that park. The top request from residents was a soccer field.
And we had a mini master plan out here in December, and they asked for a soccer field overwhelmingly, and so that's what we aim for, and that's what we've done. I think the biggest part of this is to reactivate the park, get the kids and the families out here, and just to keep it active, and that'll keep it a nice, safe place for people to enjoy.
A portion of Eastwood Park is also reserved for a playground, which will be installed later this year. The design will be unveiled to the community during the grand opening event tonight. That opening ceremony will begin at 6 at the park on Cornelius Circle in Sarasota. After the ceremony, kids will get some free training from local soccer coaches. The Antiques Roadshow hosting an outdoor event today at the Ringling. Antique lovers are bringing their finds or family heirlooms to the event to find out how much they're worth. The PBS show features specialists from leading auction houses that offer those free appraisals of antiques and collectibles. The owner of the Collectors Lab in Los Angeles says the main thing she looks for when appraising is historical importance of the piece, its authenticity, and condition.
It's always interesting to see what kind of items we're going to have depending upon where we are, and we can never predict it correctly. So being here in sunny Florida, there's such a wide array of items because you have so many people move here from other parts of the country. So it's bizarre the things that turn up.
PBS is filming today's evaluations to air at a later date in 3 different episodes. The event will go on until 7 o'clock tonight. A former Suncoast resident who now lives in Hollywood is back this weekend to debut a short film she produced at the Sarasota Film Festival. Chelsea Gonzalez graduated from the Out of Door Academy before going on to graduate from Syracuse University. She's been acting in a number of shows in Hollywood the past few years, including The Mindy Project, Castle, and Criminal Minds. She says it's a dream come true to come back to Sarasota and have a film in the local festival.
I love festivals and films, and I've been getting into a bunch of them with my film, which is really exciting. But my number one was that I wanted it to be able to bring it to Sarasota and show it to all the people that, you know, got me inspired to be in the entertainment industry in the first place.
I'll bring a stat.
And I will have...
Her 7-minute film is called Suzanne and the Man. It's about her experience as a woman in Hollywood, especially around men who over-explain everything. She calls that mansplaining. You can look for it at the Sarasota Film Festival, Saturday at 6:15 and then Sunday at 7:45 p.m. The film festival will open tomorrow night. Still to come in your Suncoast News, could when you catch those Z's impact how long you live? It sure has to be dark to sleep too. We'll have that coming up.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
The La Musica International Chamber Music Festival, the annual celebration of a distinctive cultural gem in Sarasota, with renowned musicians from around the world. April 9th through April 18th at the Sarasota Opera House. Visit lamusicafestival.org, click on Festival, open tickets, and get your seats now.
all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
Set your course for a waterfront lifestyle on Florida's last private island. Discover one particular harbor by Margaritaville. Nearby sugar sand beaches are as easy to find as the warm Florida sunshine. Waterfront residences from the high 400s overlook beautiful Anna Maria Sound, and a new marina with direct access to the Gulf of Mexico. Plus, incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour designer models today. Visit ophmintousa.com now.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the spring sales event. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota today.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Well, if the early bird catches the worm, what is the night owl more likely to catch? Well, according to a new study, a lot, and it is not good. Here's Kim Hutcherson with more.
Do you stay up late at night to watch TV, study, work, or play video games? Well, a new study published by the journal Chronobiology International suggests night owls have a 10% higher risk of dying from any cause than the early birds. The study tracked almost 500,000 adults in the United Kingdom over an average of 6.5 years. They found that people who stay up late tend to have worse health problems, such as diabetes, neurological, psychological, gastrointestinal, and respiratory disorders. Those who do enjoy late evenings may want to make extra efforts to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Eating right, exercising, and getting enough sleep can help balance out any damage done by those late nights. Understanding your biological clock and what's best for you is the right solution, no matter if you're a morning or an evening person. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Last couple of days, gorgeous weather out there. We had some showers prior to that, but boy, it's really turned out quite nice after that cold front moved through. High pressure built in, and just beautiful beach conditions. This is a time of year that's really quite nice because water temperatures still not into the mid to upper 80s like they are during the summer, so any kind of sea breeze that develops creates a nice breeze right there along the coastline. A few showers coming back into the weather picture. This is due to the southeast wind around the area of high pressure off the Carolina coast right now. We're going to see that stay well east of our area even tomorrow. Rain chance less than 20% for us. Currently at 79, the dew point 54. Numbers come up a little bit, but still low humidity, 42%. Winds out of the west-northwest at 14. The pressure 30.07 inches. And the shot from Cindy Desmond today, looking out over Tampa Bay right there. This is from Fort DeSoto Park, looking off toward the north there. 83 degrees, the high today, so above average. A nice low, 57 though. 4 degrees below our average low, which is 61 degrees. And nationally, what's happening? Well, with a quick clipper system moving across the northeast and bringing some mainly rainfall to New York, Vermont, New Hampshire. Some snowfall earlier into Michigan, at least the upper peninsula of Michigan. And right there near Ottawa, rain, snow mix kind of northwest of Montreal. But the big story is going to be this one. This is a large storm system with a lot of moisture in play. On top of that, blizzard-like conditions can be anticipated over the Dakotas all the way into Nebraska and Minnesota, with heavy snow expected to fall over the next couple of days there. This is the projection through Saturday. Most of it will be falling on Saturday, although Sunday we'll start to get some of that snow into portions of Canada and the peninsula of Michigan. But for the most part, we're talking up to a foot of snow. Some projections are suggesting now over the upcoming couple of days into central Minnesota and northern portions of Wisconsin all the way down into western Nebraska. So this is a big storm, but the story is it's not going to really spread to the New England states. It's going to stay mainly right there, and it's an upper level low which will eventually move to the east, but it will weaken considerably. Temperatures for highs tomorrow. Another warm day again in Cleveland. St. Louis was warm today, upper 70s tomorrow. Still in the 70s, but that's all going to change as the long-range model indicates. This blue and purple that you see here starts to invade much of that area that's seen in the 70s today. We'll be chilling out for, looks like, much of early next week. We'll get cool here, too. On Monday and Tuesday, temperatures will be below average as we are anticipating that cold front on Sunday to really usher in some pretty chilly weather. For boaters tomorrow, shapes up like this. Southeast winds turn to the south. Now we'll have 15 knots to start the day off and then subside somewhat in the afternoon, 5 to 10. A moderate chop out there, and the water temperature 76. Beaches, another great day, high of 80 degrees there, but inland areas will see mid-80s. Here's the forecast set as we see it. 85 degrees if you're away from that sea breeze throughout the early afternoon. 87 on Saturday. We could top out at 90 in some areas, and the feels like temperature will be in the low 90s in most areas except for the beaches. And then 90% chance for showers and storms. So some light rain, moderate rain in the morning looks like now. The main threat will be the strong storms in the afternoon and evening, and then we clear out and turn cooler on Monday and Tuesday. High temperatures comfortable again, mid-70s. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. Let's check first alert traffic. We've seen a crash at the interchange of University Parkway and I-75, and it is causing backups as you head east on University towards the I-75. And then also it's affecting traffic on I-75 as you head north as well. It does slow up just before you get to the interchange and then clears up once you get past. In consumer news tonight, Uber is tightening standards for its driver background checks. Uber says it will now run checks every year. Previously, there was no uniform policy on rerunning criminal background checks on its drivers. Uber is facing a possible class action lawsuit by women who say drivers raped, assaulted, or kidnapped them. Drivers applying to work for Uber cannot have any convictions for felonies, violent crimes, or sex offenses. The company is also adding an emergency 911 button to the app, which would notify police of a passenger's location. Florida Lottery is rolling out 4 new scratch-off games this week. The instant win games make up nearly 70% of the state's lotto sales, money that goes towards Florida's Educational Enhancement Trust Fund. The new tickets range in prices from $1 to $10, with top prizes paying between $3,000 and $2 million.
In Florida, people love scratch-off games, no question about it. We have lots of different types of play styles and lots of different themes with our games, so it attracts, of course, our regular loyal players as well as people who are visiting Florida.
Frequent large jackpots in the Powerball and Mega Millions games have also increased the overall number of players. The current jackpot for both of those games now more than $50 million. With oil prices reaching multi-year highs, drivers could be facing significantly higher gas prices this summer. But there are some things you can do to keep your gas expenses down. Use a gas station app or website. Gas Buddy, AAA, Fuel Finder, and Gas Guru. They can all help you find the lowest prices around. Also, think about how best to pay for the gas. Some stations offer a lower price if you pay with cash instead of a credit card. And another option is to pay with a cash-back credit card. While the credit card price may be higher than the cash price, the reward you receive could make using that credit card a better deal. Well, it's almost summer, and that means some parents will have to be creative to keep their kids occupied while they're at work. Here's some tips to help. Many summer camps offer financial assistance depending on income, or they'll just give you a break on fees if more than one child will sign up for the camp. Camps pop up on sites like Groupon as well. And keep in mind that camp could mean a tax break. If you pay a daycare center, babysitter, or summer camp to care for a child under the age of 13 or a child with a disability, you can get a tax credit up to $3,000. All right, stay with us. We'll have entertainment news right after this.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
CashNet USA is trusted by over 2 million customers.
Perfect. When I lean back, I trust that you will be there to catch me.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea.
Apply now at cashnetusa.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Fun for the whole family. The 26th Annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, benefiting special athletes of Sarasota County. Fossil vendors, arts and crafts, food, children's games, and live entertainment with headliners the Gator Creek Band on Friday night, Rockin' Rogues, Maiden Cane, Glass Onion, Kettle of Fish, Paisley Craze, and the Boogeymen. Admission $4, children 12 and under free. Parking is free. The annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, April 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Venice Airport Festival Grounds.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
The Wild Broadway series brings you Funny Girl. Fanny Bryce dreams of being famous and through sheer guts and determination becomes a star of the Ziegfeld Follies. Playing March 28th through April 15th, it's the songs and story that generations have grown to love. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. Don't rain on my parade. Come see Funny Girl.
20 years ago, the moviegoers of Sarasota looked up at the silver screen and wanted something more. And they got exactly what they wanted. 20 years of some of the best independent films from around the world. The most iconic Hollywood stars walking the red carpet. The most glamorous parties in Southwest Florida. 20 years building up to the most exciting announcement in, well, 20 years. At the Sarasota Film Festival, April 13th to the 22nd.
It's California Closet's lighting and accessories sales event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
A Connecticut man pleads guilty to hacking into the iCloud accounts of Hollywood stars and others so he could steal personal information. The charge against George Garofano stemmed from the investigation into the 2014 scandal in which the private photos of Jennifer Lawrence, Kirsten Dunst, Kate Upton, and others were made public. Prosecutors say Garofano sent emails that appeared to be from Apple encouraging victims to disclose usernames and passwords. He then used the information to illegally access nearly 250 accounts. He now faces up to 5 years in prison. Jason Aldean takes the stage at the Academy of Country Music Awards Sunday night. It's a return to the city where he was on stage when dozens were killed and hundreds injured in a mass shooting at a music festival in Las Vegas.
Honestly, for the first couple months or so after, I mean, it was weird. It was just really weird, and then you start kind of doing that thing where you're like, man, did that really happen? Did that really happen to us? And because it just seems like it was so crazy. Like, how can that even be a thing?
Aldean is the ACM Entertainer of the Year 2 years running. He goes for a three-peat on Sunday night. A 10-year-old Pennsylvania girl's video to stop bullying is getting support from around the world, including from actor Hugh Jackman. The video first appeared on Cassidy Warner's Facebook page last month when she held up signs describing her experience at her elementary school. Cassidy says she's been spat on, been hit, had her hair pulled, and whenever she sits at a lunch table, other kids leave. Yesterday, Jackman posted a supportive message to Cassidy saying he wants her to know she's loved, special, and smart. Khloe Kardashian gave birth to a baby girl early this morning in Cleveland. The child's father is Kardashian's boyfriend, Cleveland Cavaliers basketball star Tristan Thompson. The two became embroiled in a controversy recently after reports surfaced that Thompson has been spotted in the company of other women during Kardashian's pregnancy. We're going to have more news and your forecast right after this. Stay with us.